Then Alma's Fury Aeronautical's trying to get to the outside. It's starting to storm home now. Brian's Honour in front. Here's Aeronautical. He's coming up the centre with a big sprint, and Aeronautical's going to crack it today. Went on to beat Cope AT. Third's probably Tromso from Villacasi.
Yeah, was due for a win. Aeronautical, sensational ride, sensational finish, and probably one of the best results to come out of Sydney on Saturday, Bretty.
Yeah, it certainly was heavily backed, and it just goes to show you what good barriers can do for this horse, because he's been getting out the back last, finally drew two, positive close-up.
Yeah, another one that we missed. But the punters, were they on fire on Saturday? Let's have a look at some of the big bests outside of the Cox Plate, and there were plenty, Neil Evans.
There were plenty, Russ. As you can see, there's a bit of pain here with buffering. You can see Friday night, 25. There was a bet of 30 all in at 280. So that's exploded a bit. The 4,000 Silent Achiever at 6 is an outstanding bet to win 20 large. 30, it's a done deal, is still on the track. Super Cool, 5,000 on the winner. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Funtante.
Got beat.
Yeah, got beat. General Exhibit, that one.
It won.
General Exhibit, 10,000 each way is very nice.
And then the punters unleashed late at Adelaide and Perth in the get-out stakes.
Yeah, there's 20
that Verdant bet there, 10,000 at 350. Geez, they would have been on good terms with themselves coming around the bend. It never looked like it was going to
Hang on,
Friday
saved
night.
the protest, didn't it? Wasn't that involved in a protest?
It was never a chance to protest. Never a chance.
OK, we've got a massive week of racing here. Let's have a look at the Group 1s and the Group races this weekend. There are all of them group races at Derby Day, but the highlights for me, I love the Wakeful, I love the McKinnon, you've got the Coolmore, then the Derby, the Maya Classic.
It's hard to beat. The best race day in
The best
Australia.
race day, and it's
like
just
Christmas Day.
It's a fun day, and if you've got the cash and you've had a good win, go out and buy yourself a new suit and new tie. Don't recycle them like young Nicholas has done for the last 4 weeks in a row.
I didn't wear this suit last week.
The tie.
Fashion's never been his strong
The
point.
tie, you mate. You're strapping young man. You spend money on tints in your hair, but you don't spend money on your
Cut it
tie.
right out.
He's been sitting back there like a little lamb. We've got to give him a whack every so often. Okay, Derby thoughts. Let's go through them again. Have a look at the tips on screen for the Derby. I'm going with Subiasso. I think there's a bolter in the mix, and I'm leaving It's a Done Deal out as much as you guys don't think I have a clue.
Well, that's fine, Russ. You leave It's a Done Deal out. I'll be on it. I'll tip it, and I think it'll win.
Go
Flemington to beat Super Cool, the logical. And what did I throw in? On Norius for third.
Yeah, I like It's a Done Deal. The rest don't matter.
Okay, and It's a Done Deal for you?
Yes.
Okay, let's roll into the Cup on Tuesday. For what it's worth, another fantastic race, and you can see our tips there are on screen. And I am very, very keen on Mount Athos, Americane, whatever you like, Ethiopia to run second and third, but Mount Athos to add value now, $10.
Indeed. For me, showtime for D. Oliver on Americane, ahead of Briganton, if it gets a run, I hope. And Red Cadeau, I think, will be right there for third.
Fingers, toes, everything's crossed. Come on, Briganton, get a run, because if it does, geez, this horse is going to be hard to beat with 53 kilos.
If it gets a run, you say, only if it gets a run does it win. Of course.
It just makes it a little bit more exciting.
And Quinny's same way.
Just a little bit more nervous.
You reckon? I just wanted to get in so I could take the stress out of the equation, but should be very hard.
And need
to
a
beat.
lunch.
Yeah.
It'd be a pleasure to spend some time with you, Russ. I hope I lose that bet.
Exactly.
Last two winners have
and
carried
the Oaks.
54, Russ.
There's the Oaks as well while we're at it. Big fan of Dear Demi.
Zacotto.
Big fan of Dear Demi, Zydeco and Kazan Luck. You?
Dear Demi, for me.
Zydeco, Kazan Luck, same three for you. Zacotto.
Going a little bit of value. I think she can run a big race this week in the Wakeful, and then she'll be a lot shorter in the Oaks.
And the other Z for you, Mr. Quinn.
Yes, Zydeco, the win. And Kate is one that I've been watching hit the line nicely, and I think it'll be
Is that the horse or just a girl that you met on Friday night?
Too good, Joe. I shouldn't have given you these selections before we went to
It
it.
come with a name like Kate, didn't it?
Something for the battlers. Let's try and find something for the winners, aside from Hablando, which races in about 9 or 10 minutes at Bulli. If we've got something on, it'll be off. Just remember, it's owned by a very, very hot gentleman over here on our right. The Maltese magnet.
Please.
The Maltese manipulator. He might be called after the 7th.
Turn it up.
Anyway.
Subiasso for me. Why not? $15 in a derby. I think
battler?
that's something for the battler.
What about the same horse, Wakeful into the Oaks? Dear Demi, will win both.
Smart play.
Righto, I'm going to Bendigo Wednesday, excluded. Nick Hall brought forward his suspension so he could be back to ride excluded. Lloyd Williams loves the Bendigo Cup, it's one of his favourites. I think this horse will just win.
You don't think Lloyd would have said, I encourage you to bring forward your suspension, young
No, he was very, very smart what he did, Nick Hall.
Godson, for God's
But
sake.
he was getting... knew he was going to get time, and he went into the steward and said, "Well, look, I think it was medium class, blah blah blah. Give me 11 meetings, I'll be back for Bendigo."
Yeah.
They signed it. Beautiful.
Is this the 6th week in a row that Gai Waterhouse gets us something for the battlers from Nick Quinn?
Well, Rockford ran a huge race on debut when flashing home. Very confident we'll go to Flemington and get the job done.
Just quickly for all the punters out there, just let them know, Russ, that if you back a Group 1 winner any time through the spring, we match that bet up to $200. So find the Group 1 winner and paying top div on all exotics. We've been talking about them on the show, so look out for that.
So that's the best of all.
Best of all.
That is an awesome bet.
Trifectas,
Sometimes
Quinellas, First Force,
the
everything.
fluctuations and says to make a decision whether you need a New South
And that's
Wales
on
account.
all races everywhere.
Yeah, Metro.
Including Bulli Race 7.
Bulli
We
Race
might
7.
stand the
We'll stick to
trifecta.
town. We'll stick to town.
Go and multi it up, and we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll have beers on tap. Promises to be a fabulous week. If you see us down here, tell us you love the show, because plenty of people are telling us we're going okay, and we hope to hang around for a little bit longer. But we're
Another
enjoying
head wobble.
bringing it to you. What?
Another head
Another head
wobble.
wobble.
This is a record from you.
I don't head wobble.
That was all. That was there. I think.
Mate,
it was.
serious, that's a mate of mine.
People tell me they love the show. I think that counts as a head wobble.
No, I thought you mean physically head wobble. No, do it again. You mean wrap yourself.
No, you don't shake it. You got to
Hey,
wobble
people
it.
stop me in the streets and say it all the time. We love doing the show. I hope you love watching it. We'll see you next week for our Cup Day preview and our wrap-up of Derby Day. So look forward to your company then.